On this episode of the Third Gallon Podcast.
He stares a little bit too long at the sun. It hurts his mind.
I can see everything. You don't understand, Dad.
Please stop. Don't look at the sun.
A challenger approaches.
Hello there. Good day, sir.
What?
Hi.
And the gang struggles to survive in the wild.
I had an accident.
Oh, Cahoon.
I'm hurt.
Their story continues.
Making a note here, we meet a wonderful orc.
Now.
And here we are, yet again, another episode. Why are you guys leaning away in pain? Was it that bad?
He was gurgling and I was laughing.
I was gurgling and I didn't want it to get picked up on the microphone.
And I was trying not to wheeze laugh.
Gurgles and excitement.
I was told to lean away when I had to gurgle else and get right in the microphone.
No,
It's pretty
man.
gross.
Oh, man. I gotta say, so there's something that we broke after the first episode, Take a Break. I wanted to bring it up now instead of like telling you when we weren't recording. That village you guys went to, do you think I made it up or that it was in like the adventure material?
I am going to go with you made it up.
I think that it was in the adventure material and you went ham with it because you liked the concept of a single boulder.
I think they're both right.
They're actually both wrong.
Ah, dang it.
Oh, somebody else came up with it.
It is a completely randomly generated village.
Oh,
Every
Cool.
single thing about that was randomly generated.
interesting.
All the way down to the boulder.
Rumping Eagle?
Yeah, that was a generated name.
Do you know how badly I wanted to quote about the boulder?
The boulder.
I was going to go, I like that boulder.
Well, that's one of the
That's a
things I
nice
wanted to show
boulder.
off with this game system is the GM's guide comes with a really good tool to make up like villages and stuff like that. And there were a lot of, it's like really good about like giving you just enough information to get like your creative energy going. So you can like start adding in the details, but I like held off until I had generated everything and then went and backfilled it. For example, I'll pull it up what I generated for it. Its size is an outpost, so 10 to 20 people. Its age, and I'll go ahead and reveal this because you know it's a small thing. We've already been there. It was 150 years. The thing I rolled was it was built during the Blood Mist, which I think is interesting.
How does that happen?
Well, there were places in the blood, from what I understand from what the book said, because the DM knows more, but he might not be willing to tell us. The Blood Mist didn't invade villages and whatnot, so it doesn't sound like it was literally everywhere. It could be they found a spot where the Blood Mist was clear and built an outpost.
Could be. That's possible. It's difficult. In general, the Blood Mist only happened like at night. Whenever you weren't in your village.
That's what I thought, but I was too scared to say it.
Yeah, and this isn't a thing that's like, it's a reveal for you guys, but like your characters would know this because like you're old enough to where you lived through it. So like people just generally never went more than half a day's travel away so they could be back.
You could
in their
still go
village at
out
night.
and hunt and things like that.
Could you
Right.
imagine the Blood Mist would fall every night, but then one night it just didn't?
Kind of crazy, isn't it?
Like, can you imagine how terrifying it would have been the first time it didn't
Okay.
go?
Exactly.
But I want to express this. The irony of it though, because the Blood Mist was something that was, correct me if I'm wrong, supposed to be terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be scarier to see it fall or one night just to not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How terrifying it must have been to just everyone in their homes, and then suddenly it just the people at the edge of the village suddenly don't see it.
Yeah.
Just sitting there waiting, like, when is it going to come? When is it going to come? The first person to step out, like, will it finally fall back on me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
Yeah. And it's one of those things that's like, you never, my understanding, or your characters really would understand, is like you never really saw someone like just die to it. It's just people would go in it and you'd never see them again.
Huh.
You might find their like remains. So
Now,
you wouldn't like witness it necessarily.
From what I understand,
Mm-hmm.
Wolfkin in particular are able to survive through the blood mist, but only if they're in a forest.
Basically, yeah.
Oh.
Interesting.
Or like it just, yeah. if you were in the forest, it doesn't seem to have an effect.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, and yeah, this village was built during the Blood Mist. The next random thing I generated for it was its ruler. Again, this is all rolled on the tables. Was a cunning traitor. So I picked human because of like certain things, and then all the names that I had for the people, for the NPCs, were generated on an online generator. The village problem you didn't get to, so maybe I'll hold back from that. Its claim to fame, I'll give you that one, was hidden riches. And the way I kind of expose that is it having like really good food and you being able to buy and sell almost anything in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
So,
that
like,
makes sense.
That's this kind of hidden riches. Its oddity that I rolled was full of flowers.
I did notice the flowers. I liked those.
Yeah.
And then it is a outpost size, so it only gets one institution. And I rolled, and it was very prescient because I rolled a tavern.
How perfect.
Every village is supposed to have an inn as well, but I just combined it to make it fit the small vibe. And then for the village inn, this is what you roll. So I just combined this with the tavern instead of having an inn and a tavern. That didn't make a lot of sense for a small place. You roll the name. There's like a prefix and then something else. So I rolled like the rumping and then eagle. You could roll once and then it would have been the rumping dog, which makes a little bit more sense, I guess.
Could it have been the rumping?
No, I don't think so. You could also roll twice on the second table and it would be like the blank and the blank. So it could have been like the dog and the eagle or something like that.
Could we have a tavern named Moon?
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh my.
The tavern's oddity was barrels instead of chairs, planks instead of tables.
So it really does help you flesh it out.
Wow.
Its specialty
That's
was
pretty comprehensive.
roasted piglet. And its special guest was a dirty and sullen hunter,
Hey.
which was the NPC that ended up talking
Which
to.
we
Dirty
just
lady.
completely ignored.
Yeah.
The only thing I really added was I had generated the names for the NPCs, of course. I fleshed them out just a tiny bit to help me roleplay them. And then I added the bartender. Like that was the only thing that wasn't made up in the GM's guide when I rolled on the village. So
That's cool.
it's super neat. And like, you could completely just roll and use what you get, or you could just use it, pick and choose for what you need. And you could do it twice with dice and like you would never ever get the same like feel of a village. It's super cool. And what I like about this system is like that's just villages. You can also roll entire dungeons, castles, like tons of stuff.
That's pretty cool.
It's really nice.
Pretty cool. Like, cause like you guys all thought when I loaded the question, I guess.
Yeah, not fair.
By not telling you, but like all of you were like, spent time, made it up, or you coped something from an adventure. It's like, no, that's just like straight up out of the book, rolled it. And it only took me like 20-30 minutes to do.
Eh.
Anyway, yeah, I thought it was super cool. I'm going to be using these a lot more to kind of fill in the gaps between adventure sites as we play this game. But I just think it's so cool. How are you guys feeling after the first full recorded session under our belt? How are we feeling?
Excited.
Excited?
I can't wait to play more. Play more.
I'm the wolfkin here.
Play more.
Bark,
Bark.
bark,
Bark.
bark.
Oops, all
Oh
Wolfkin.
dear.
Oops, all wolfkin.
Yeah, so when we left off, you guys...
Is this my son?
actually,
I was excited after like realizing we just this is our first time coming back after a cliffhanger.
yeah.
Our
it
first
is.
cliffhanger.
I'm not going to be able to promise like all cliffhangers every episode, but I want to do my best.
Oops, all cliffhangers.
Yeah, really. So with the excitement to get back in, let's get rolling. For 300 years, the blood mist prevented all in Ravenland from straying far from the comfort of their hearths. Now, the mist is gone. Brave souls and cunning scoundrels now wander the cursed world, sealed away behind the iron lock, to find their fortune in the Forbidden Lands.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, so let's kick it off here.
So when we ended last time, nothing
We were
special
being
happened.
insulted by an orc.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
And I wanted to say hi, and you wouldn't even let me say hi.
No, Because it would ruin the cliffhanger.
The cliffhanger could have been me saying hi.
No, I had to cut it.
All right.
All right, it's like a perfectly
All right.
cut scream, you know? You can't just be like, hi. No, it's going to be,
So it's more like a, huh,
Yeah.
and then the I comes now.
Hi.
Maybe that's how we should edit our podcast. Just like full on
just
dead
a dead
stop
cut?
after the cliffhanger.
There's
Gross.
the show openings to the show Invincible are like that, if I remember correctly.
Really?
Like it builds up to saying, I think it's his name, and then it just cuts like right in the middle of the sentence.
That's pretty cool.
At least one or two of them were like that.
I like that.
I think
That's pretty neat.
I could be wrong.
All right. So,
So
Gotta
last
get
we
in the
left off,
zone.
you were heading south. You had your group had been a troop of caravan guards. Your caravan had been attacked and burned, and you were making your way trying to find some semblance of civilization. You found the aforementioned outpost of Boulder Post, and you took some refuge there. Had a good meal. And talked to the overseer of Boulder Post, one Reeve Syme, and tried to look for work. He didn't have anything for you, but you heard a rumor of an adventuring party, a party of treasure hunters that had been heading through that outpost on their way to some castle, looking for something there. You got a general direction of where they were headed. They indicated the direction, or somehow Reeve had overheard the direction that they were going, and you decided to set off in pursuit after them. You have now gone, I believe, it's been roughly a day since you've had this information. You've moved a few hexes on the map, and you're in the forest heading south towards this mountain range, which you believe the castle to be on the other side of. And in your journeys here, going through the forest, you were happened upon by this orc. And let me set the scene for you here. I have a little bit of flavor text. Yeah. A loud and agitated voice cuts through the landscape. Someone is shouting out mockery and insults. And when you get closer, you see a rickety wooden structure rise several feet off the ground. And at the top, a small orc with an upstage look. When he sees you, he unbuttons his pants and urinates in your direction, spewing insults all the while. You ain't no good! Stupid! Elf people! And dog! Yeah.
Sir, you might want to get that checked out.
Can't we just shoot him now?
Squints at you. You might want to get your face checked out. Ah!
I don't like him. Maybe we should just continue.
You stupid!
Keep walking.
You got no extra spirit in you. Ah. He hawks a loogie at you.
You know
But I
what?
really won't.
Hey, Dad.
Yes, Cahoon.
I'm peeing harder now.
You'll run out eventually.
You ran out of
Don't,
stuff
Cahoon,
eventually.
Cahoon, don't challenge
you off.
him. Until he comes down, he's not worth our time.
Can't
Why
I
don't you
shoot
come
him?
here?
I can pee harder than him.
I have
I
no
doubt it.
doubt you can.
You stupid.
If we don't leave now, I am going to shoot.
Your mother wasn't even a dog. Yours, on the other hand, was.
Yours, on the other hand,
I would like to clarify.
You don't have a mother.
I would like to clarify that Derek pointed to me. Your mother wasn't even a dog. Pointed to Jacob. Your mother, however, was.
Making a note here, we meet a wonderful orc.
Hey, is he armed?
Yes.
Oh, what with what?
Is his weapon drawn?
His weapon.
His weapon sure is drawn.
His weapon is in fact drawn. His two-hander. Not really.
I'm sorry, how's he holding both his weapon in both hands and his peen?
He has many talents. He has a bow on his back. He also has a shield and an axe at his side. A shield on his back, axe at his side. He probably has one hand with the axe and then one hand on his Wii.
I'm gonna leave, I think.
I think that's a good idea. We should just go.
Cowards! You can't even fight me.
What's
You're
your
too scared.
name?
What, my name?
Yeah,
Cardinal.
How would you
Cardinal?
spell that?
No, Cardinal.
Cardinal.
You would spell it, but you can't because you're stupid.
Noted.
You spell it KHARDNAL.
Cardinal.
That's the most complicated way of spelling cardinal I'd heard.
That's the most complicated way of spelling stupid I ever heard.
He's been peeing for a very long time at this point.
I think we should leave.
I think that's blood.
Let's go.
You're jealous of my talents.
Good day, sir.
A little,
Fuck yeah.
honestly.
Okay. Goodbye.
I just start dragging my
No, thank
companions
you.
in the
Goodbye.
opposite direction.
Coward! Get back here! You're no good.
Can I just say that flavor-wise, I know there's not a mechanic for this, but I'm like keeping my head on the swivel because I don't trust this guy not to, put an arrow in our backs.
Yeah, I mean, he had every chance to attack you.
He just wanted to insult us.
All right. Well, when we left off, you had finished the morning quarter day. We had started the day quarter day in the exploration cycle. So I assume you're going to be hiking again.
Yes.
Did we already move 2 hexes?
No, this was the first hex. We could move another without having to roll.
I think. No, I think you guys started. I'm going to ping it. I think you guys started here.
You're right.
And
My
you
bad.
moved, and this was the second one.
Yes.
All right. So it is the day quarter day. What do you guys want to do? The same thing again?
Travel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the whole time, Cahoon is just like,
I can't stop thinking about that peeing guy. That was too much.
so
He was weird, wasn't he?
That was... How much of him was bladder?
Most
Too
of him.
much.
Huh. That's weird. I don't like it.
He was peeing the whole time. It was very odd.
Yeah, that was
Are we
like
going-
a minute and a half.
Are we going to continue to discuss this orc's bodily function?
It
Yeah,
was
actually.
fascinating.
Yeah.
Where's your medical
It was
curiosity?
disgusting.
You've got fleas. Shut up.
I keep them under wraps.
They were a gift.
We should keep going.
Follow me.
How do you think that guy stays hydrated?
He probably drinks a lot of water. I would not be surprised if there was a stream nearby.
Probably. There certainly was afterwards.
I'm trying to concentrate.
I will be.
You don't have to listen, Mom.
I'll be scouting as we move as well.
I rolled and had no successes and no banes, so I'm going to push it.
Push.
All right.
Hey!
I got 2 successes and 1 bane.
All
So
right.
that means I get a willpower
but a
And-
damage.
and I take a damage on my wits.
All right,
Wits.
so
Wits.
you're able to successfully navigate, but you do take a point of damage to your wits, giving you a willpower point. I should also mention we have a tool here that generates weather for us each day, but I forgot to mention it, or I got to check it at the start of the day. Today, it's, let's say, as the day progresses and we get towards the end, there's a bit of heavy rain. I don't know if the weather directly affects mechanics, though. I've been looking for that.
That's all you, boss man, because that stuff was not in the player's handbook.
Yeah, then it doesn't, because the GM's guide really doesn't have anything on weather that I found, although I will check really quick.
While you do that, I'm going to roll the scouting check. And I think 2 people can scout at the same time.
I just can't because I'm leading the way.
Because you're leading the way.
Okay, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
So I got a Bane, but I want to be punished and I didn't get any successes, so I'm going to push it. So Dreamin's like looking and maybe he stumbles a bit and he keeps looking. Come on.
Hey,
I do get 1 success, but I do take 1 damage to my wits.
All right, but you get a willpower point. So
I sure do.
there you go. All right, so
I'm not gonna push that.
I'm assuming you guys want to keep moving
I can't see it. It's
directly south.
Yeah, you rolled privately. Yes, continue south. Hopefully we'll start to see the mountains once we get out of the woods.
In fact, you do, because you can do 2 hexes. So
Maybe
you
I
move
should
south.
push it. Because wits is not what I use predominantly.
Well, Dreamin did get a successful scouting roll, so are you just trying to help?
I think they're also trying to get willpower points.
Yeah.
All right, you can scout as well.
Oh.
2 bane, so you take 2 points of damage to your wits.
What's your wits?
3.
Okay.
Oh,
all
no.
right. No. At least it's okay. It's not broken yet.
But you get 2 willpower points. So you go down 1 hex, and then you realize the next hex you enter is mountainous.
Oh, now.
Ooh. South and toward the mountain.
Very cool.
Mountains are difficult terrain. High mountains, which I don't know what those look like,
Are impossible,
are
right?
impassable.
Yeah.
Indeed. I think these would count as high mountains. Let's call the hex you're in mountains, but like everything like to the around it downwards. Let me reveal just a teensy bit more. Is like high mountains, so you're not going to be able to go any further.
If we look around, do we see where there are more mountains?
Well, you see they go off in both directions, about as far as you can see from what I can tell. But to the east of you, there's still that river, and there's no way to cross it.
So we would basically have to go west.
It looks like it.
Unless we backtracked and looked for a place to ford the river.
Or, I would say we just go west.
Then let's go
The
west.
dwarf didn't have a boat. Well, I say dwarf. I don't know. He was just a guy.
All right, so that's the end of the daytime quarter day. However, something happens during
Oh
the end of the daytime towards the evening.
Does my scout check help?
Not in this instance,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Beans.
So, as you like start moving through the mountains, this more difficult terrain for you to navigate. I'll say, I'll throw it this way. Didn't you get a success, Cahoon, as well on your scouting?
No.
You did not. Okay, so Cahoon, you know, he's straining, he's looking, he stares a little bit too long at the sun. It hurts his mind.
I can see everything. You don't understand, Dad.
Please stop. Don't look at the sun.
The sun stare game is not safe.
No, please stop.
But what if the sun attacks?
I can understand everything now.
No, I think. Oh, that's just sunstroke.
Okay.
But you find a stone building, or at least what used to be a stone building, the remnants of it, in the distance with your scouting roll. What would you like to do?
Would that make a good place for camp?
My head hurts.
Only one way to find out. I say we approach it.
Be on guard.
I'll go first.
Now, would this take up our evening slot?
To explore it? We'll see. But it will be dark in the evening, as you know.
Maybe instead we should camp and check it out tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a particularly big building. The other option is if you wanted to try and make the camp there, you know, risk reward.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it then.
And after seeing that orc, I feel perhaps I should sleep during the evening and I will keep watch tonight.
Okay.
That's cool. I'll take that.
So you go up to it, and it's almost like carved into the mountain. Not really. It kind of like there's this big entrance into a big hill, but it doesn't go super far into it. It's not like dwarven. It is made by humans, as far as you can tell, or had been made by humans. It's very like dilapidated. There's lots of like moss and lichen growing on it, and you see inside like kind of these like images of like raven figures, but they're really faded. Some of them have like scorch marks near them. But there's no one here, as far as you can tell.
And if I'm sleeping for the evening quarter day, I'm assuming I don't really get much exploring.
You wouldn't be able to hunt or forage. That's actually a good question because there is a thing that you have to do whenever you're sleeping.
Without having a camp made first.
Right.
I just realized that was I was looking at that while you were describing that place.
Yes, bare ground. Let me read this out of the book. It is possible to sleep in the wilderness without making camp. You can find a suitable tree to sleep under, and you can save the time it takes to make camp. But everyone in the group must make a survival roll to find a good spot to sleep. Failure means that the individual does not sleep at all and becomes sleepy. Since you don't have a fire to keep the cold away, you also suffer the effects of cold. So actually, though, because you have found this site, you've already found a good spot. I'm not going to make you roll for it because it's like you found a good place to hole up. You also don't have to make a roll for camp.
Oh!
I'm just going to call it like that because it doesn't make any sense to me to make you like roll. Is part of the camp? Well, I take that back. Isn't part of making camp also like creating the fire, setting things up?
Yeah.
All right. So why don't you make
I'll still
the roll?
need to make camp. Okay.
Let's just do the generic +2 skill check then, because you've already done the hard part of finding the spot. But yeah, so you don't become sleepy. You will suffer the effects of cold, but you don't have to worry about that.
Isn't it spring?
Yes, but it's still like you still get cold.
You said a +2, right?
Yeah, go ahead and make that roll, and then we'll deal with the effects of cold.
I make camp.
All right, what'd you get?
1 success.
All right, there you go. You're able to successfully set up camp. Cahoon, what are you doing during this quarter day?
I'll go hunt.
All right, make me a survival roll.
Yeah, I've got 1 wits right now.
Uh-oh. You don't have survival?
No.
Oh, no.
Should I not sleep?
Do you want me to sleep?
Because I couldn't recover. You can't recover strength or wits if you sleep in the cold.
No, well, you need to make a roll, I think. Make an endurance roll for me. We'll get to the hunting thing in a minute, Cahoon.
Okay.
So basically, it looks like you don't have shelter, so you make an endurance roll, and if you fail that, then you become cold. So I'm going to say if you make the roll, you get your stuff back like you would normally resting. If you don't, then you're not going to be able to get it back, but you will sleep and you won't become sleepy. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
You want to push it?
I'm going to push it.
Hey, success. All right, but...
So I just imagine this like, how do I push it? It's just, no. My own frustration and the lingering effects and thought of that wine from the tavern warm me inside.
You're just like, I'm not cold. You keep telling yourself, I'm not cold.
I'm not cold.
What ability is endurance tied to? Strength? All right, I guess it doesn't matter because like
she's about to sleep.
You slept, so yeah, you don't take the damage, but I'll give you the willpower point. All right, so you were able to sleep. You don't get cold because you made the endurance test. Then you were going out to hunt, but it doesn't look like you succeeded.
No.
All right, and you're not going to push that, I imagine, because if you fail, you'll be broken.
Well,
please don't get broken.
If she gets a bane, she'll be. Or if they get a bane, they'll be broken.
Yeah.
What does broken do?
So whenever you hit 0 in an attribute score, you become broken. So for strength, that's like being attacked and like taking physical damage. For wits, let me read it to you. You're paralyzed by fear or confusion. Roll for a critical injury on the horror table, except if you broke yourself by pushing a roll. If you remain conscious, you can run to a safe place, but you can't perform any other actions or roll for any skills.
That doesn't sound too bad.
So if you get broken by pushing, you don't roll on the
critical injuries. Yeah. Okay, so. I'll do it.
Oh, well, no, you didn't.
You didn't get a bane.
You just
I
failed.
didn't get a bane.
Yeah, so you just failed. You're not able to find anything. You spend the whole evening, and we're not even taking the minuses because it's dark.
But there's the failure table.
There is the failure table. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, I know.
Jacob's such a good player because he remembers the bad parts of the game. Well, not bad parts of the game, the consequence parts.
Honestly, it's the bad parts of the game that make the game interesting.
All right, so you have incurred a hunting
He's
mishap,
by himself.
and you're by yourself. Let's roll for hunting mishaps. I'm gonna
I
roll
sure
it in front of you
hope
guys.
Cahoon is okay.
I step in a hunter's trap.
Oh,
Oh no! You step into another hunter's trap. It could be a snare, a net, or a covered pit. You suffer 1 point of damage to strength and must make a remove roll to get out of the trap. So I imagine Cahoon's out there. It's dark and you don't see it. Oh no!
And you rolled
Yeah.
it. Drow just rolled a bane.
All right.
you can still push.
So you go out there and you step into this. It's dark and you step into this trap and it's just like it's like a net that's like swallowed you up and you're trying to get out and you're trying to get out and you're straining yourself. What are you gonna do?
I'm going to push it.
All right. Hey, success. All right, so you take 2 points of damage to agility where you're just like really straining and like exhausting yourself trying to get out. But you are able to like, how do you think you break out?
If this is agility, I probably like pop something out of socket to be able to get at the knot.
At the knot?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say like you chew your way through it or something.
Me too.
All right, but you were able to get to the
Cahoon
knot.
isn't an animal.
That's fair. You're able to like get
He's
out.
just a good boy.
You're able to get out and you make it back to camp.
I had an accident.
Oh, Cahoon.
I'm hurt.
Oh.
I'm going to lay down.
Go lay down. His pink blanket is in a corner by the fire.
Thank you.
Your blanket's right there. You
Thank you.
sleep.
And you'll notice that Kali doesn't respond because Kali is asleep.
You said because Khalid's dead.
Dead.
I got cold and died.
You get picked up by the scruff, put on the blanket as well, and then very sweetly curled around.
All right.
Well, that means it's your turn to keep watch.
Yep,
Yeah.
I'll be awake at night so I can keep watch.
So go ahead and make me that scouting roll, Kali.
All right, so I rolled my wits. I have 4 dice to roll, and I got a success.
All right, one
Nice.
success. Don't even need to push. So you're able to keep watch at night, and nothing happens.
I had a great night's sleep, so I'm really focused.
It is now the morning quarter day. Let's go ahead and roll our resource die. Everyone, go ahead and roll their food at once.
All right, food. Water.
My water went down.
All right. So
My
your
water went down as well.
water goes down for Dreamin and for Kali, but I think Cahoon, you're good all around, right?
Yep.
All right, very good. So you're able to, deal with the resources. Today it is not raining anymore. Maybe that's probably why we had trouble with the trap as well. It was also raining that night. It is just like scattered cloud, or it's overcast. Actually, I take that back. It is scattered clouds, but mostly clear today. It's still very cool. You're in a terrain hex that has difficult movement, so whenever you decide to hike today, you're only going to be able to move 1 hex, I'm going to say, to get out of it.
I propose we spend some time foraging for water.
Okay.
I agree. I am
Keep
almost
in
out.
mind that the hex that you're on, if you're going to forage in a mountain, you take a -2. You also take a -1 on hunting.
However, is there any allowance for the fact that there's actually a river aligned on our hex?
No,
Okay.
it's the same thing.
Would we have to go up a hex back into the forest?
Let me see. There's up to the northwest, so the mountains go to the west. The hex to your northwest, which is one you can enter, is forest. And then the hex you came from, of course, to the north is forest as well.
I say we go west, but we go west into that plains-ish or forest
Forest,
area.
yeah. Drow, yeah.
I heal all of my attribute damage, right?
Yeah, so you
Okay,
slept.
just wanted to make sure.
Right, I mean, it's not even sleeping, it's resting that heals it.
I hurt my ankle.
Oh, you poor thing, Cahoon.
So then we're going to hike north and slightly west.
Yes, I think. That way we can find a new hex.
Oh, let's not search for water in the mountains.
yes.
Yeah, that's
I
what I
like
was
it.
saying, yeah. But you'll
So
be
then
able
I'm going to have to lead the way.
Yeah.
Right, go ahead and make me that roll.
All right.
I'll also do a scouting check.
Okay.
How'd you do on the scouting check?
I got a success, and I'm going to be happy with that.
All right, and then for my lead the way, I managed a success, no bangs.
All right, so you're able to successfully scout and lead the way. So let
being high in the mountains means I had a really good view of the ground below. So we were traveling down, so I just looked down, not hard to see down into the woods.
All right, so it is now the daytime quarter day, and you're in the woods.
What do you do?
Search for water.
I can also forage or hunt. I think you have the better check. So if you want to look for water for us...
If I look for water, do I have a chance to get enough for everyone, or do I only get enough for me?
No, if you succeed foraging for water, you fill up everyone's water skins.
Okay, well then I will definitely spend my next quarter day foraging for water because I am one bad roll from being out.
That's great to know, but we got something to get to first. With your successful scouting roll, as you're traveling and getting into the daytime quarter day, you catch something on the wind, a sound. You see, walking through the woods, distant but still close enough for you to hear, an ogre. And he has this like sack that he's dragging behind him. You hear, toil and trouble, trouble and toil. This deep guttural voice echoes across the forest. The next moment, you see a large, muscular ogre dragging the sack. Someone is kicking inside the sack, causing the ogre to bash the sack repeatedly.
Quiet! Shut up, you, I said.
What do you do?
It's already dead.
Dreamin says, hold on one second, Kali. It seems there's an ogre in the forest and he's got somebody prisoner.
We are on the path of someone. It might be wise.
If that's him, then he's already dead.
Is the bag still wriggling?
Oh, yeah.
Then they're not dead yet.
Okay. If this is what you want to do, then I'm behind you till the end.
Do you think we could talk with him?
It's an ogre.
I'm an ogre again, and that's okay.
I mean, the orc.
Work all day. I drag my sack.
Stop.
I beat it against this rock.
He's quite the musician.
Thank you. I run over to.
I mean, I don't know if there's a mechanic for it, but is there any way to get the jump on said ogre?
What?
You've scouted him, so he is not. You've made your scouting roll, so he is not aware of you.
Are we close enough that I could lay out a shot?
Do you want to see what we know about ogres to see if we can take this?
Ooh, yeah, that's smart.
Yes, how would we go about doing that?
Lore, probably?
Would be a lore roll. Who wants to give me a lore roll?
Drow did one.
Can we assist with lore rolls?
It's a good question. Let me check. The book. All right, lore. Myths and legends are not just tales to amuse around the campfire. They often contain vital knowledge about the forbidden lands that have been passed down through generations. Roll for lore when you want to know more about an adventure site, an important NPC, or an artifact. I'll say you can make a lore roll about ogres in this instance. If you succeed, you will remember a legend about it. In that case, there's not going to be a legend. You're just going to get information about ogres and what they are. I'm going to say you can't help because it doesn't make sense how you can help someone with the lore.
Then does that mean we do get to each do individual lore checks?
Correct.
Oh, well, then
Why not, right?
I'll attempt that. Oh no! I just fail.
Oh, what a great collection of rolls. I'm going to say, I will
I got
say though,
two
I don't
bangs.
understand how you could push a lore roll.
Think real hard, hurt your head.
That's a real hard one for me to explain. So
I'm not pushing that. I don't want that.
Maybe I would. Maybe for something like an actual story or legend, but not for something
not
like
for
this.
something
I
like
could
this.
see.
So you guys have heard of ogres. I think the most you would know is that rumor or legend says they're the spawn of dwarves and humans. but you're not certain how true that is. That's all I'm going to give you for not making a lore check.
I still believe that person in the sack might have valuable information.
Well, we could try, and if all else fails, we can run away.
Okay.
Oh
But-
boy.
Let's get the jump on this ogre, shall we?
Here's the thing. If I'm gonna fight this thing, I'm gonna be right next to it.
I'll be right next to you as well, Cahoon.
Okay. I'd really like it if you died with me.
I cannot fight
Absolutely, Cahoon.
right next to you, unfortunately. I only have a bow.
I will
You have
be
my bow.
right
that's all I
there next to you. Yes.
Okay. Cool.
So what are we doing?
I'm gonna go after this ogre.
Alright.
Let's do
Mom's gonna do stuff first.
I want to try to shoot it before we get up in range.
Do you have a bear trap, maybe? Or is that just from the the practice
Are you
sessions?
going to approach to like? Are you going to approach to like talk to him? Or are you going to approach to just like sneak up on him?
We could try talking first.
But if we try talking first, then do we get any advantage for stealth?
I mean, that's really only if you want to do a sneak attack, which would be what you'd have to do. What kind of if you're going to make a sneak attack, it depends on how close you want to be. What the roll looks like.
What if the two of you go talk to them first, the ogre? I try to be stealthy. If your talk seems to be working, I can come out. If it starts to go down, I can shoot from hiding.
Okay.
All right,
So
let's
what
do
range
this.
would that be?
My bow will shoot
Would that be near?
up to... I can shoot up to long range.
Okay, but like you would get a minus for doing long, right?
Well, then I will try to get up to hiding near. Can I roll for that?
Near is -1. I think it's short. Is
Oh,
what you
sure.
want.
I just want the one that's no minus.
All right, so there's a table for your sneak attack. If you're like really close, you get a minus to your stealth roll. But at short, you don't get any minus or bonus. If you're at long, then you would get a bonus to your stealth roll. So I'll leave it up to you. You could also shoot from long, but you would be...
I'm gonna stay at short so I can be near my team.
At long, it is -2. At short, it is -1.
Oh.
And near, there's no negatives
I was
or
looking at the wrong
positives.
table. Thank you. So near would be 0, but if you want to stealth, it would be -1. Short, it would be what?
-1.
-1 to shoot, but 0 for stealth. And long would be -2, but +1 for stealth. So
I'm
which
gonna
one do you
do
want?
short so that I can, in one action, get up to my team if needed.
Okay. And you guys are going to near to talk to it,
And
right?
I'm stealth.
All right, go ahead and make me a stealth roll.
First things first, I'm going to make this thing my prey so that I get a +1 bonus for the attacks. Per willpower, I'm going to spend 2 willpower on this since I had 4 to spare. And then you said stealth?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, I need a stealth roll from Khalid. You guys are just approaching it, right?
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Stealth. Okay, I got that. Hold on. I got a bane. Can I push stealth?
You can push it.
Okay, I push it. Whew, 2
All right,
successes.
And this is an agility test, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna say like what this looks like is you're stealthing up, and like you roll like your ankle or like you jab yourself on something, and it doesn't make a sound, but it's because you don't react and you just kind of like grit your teeth and go through it, and you're able to hide, and you're pretty sure that it doesn't see you.
I was going to say something really similar, like I got caught in something but didn't make a noise.
Right.
Well, if she's hidden, Dreamin will look at Cahoon and be like, all right, Cahoon, let's do this. Hello there. Good day, sir.
What?
Hi.
Oh, hello, my name's Dreamin.
Tell you, I already got a sack. I'm fine.
What's in your sack?
Nothing.
Oh,
And you
come
hear-
on now. Come on now. I know you have something in there.
No, I don't.
Well, come on.
No,
Yeah.
definitely not a person.
Oh, I know it's a person.
Covers his mouth and looks side to
You
side.
see,
Get away.
I'm a very smart fellow.
I'll put you in the sack and beat you.
You just said you didn't want to do that.
You're making me mad.
You're
Oh,
not
listen,
mad.
we
You
can-
think it's funny.
We can be friends. Don't you want friends?
No, I won't be left alone. Wouldn't want people like you under my sack.
But I'm furry.
What if I had
You-
something to
you
give
should-
you?
You should come here and pet me.
I feel very uncomfortable about this.
I could give you something for your sack, or in exchange for your sack. Are you hurt?
I'm fine.
Oh. Because I could heal you.
He looks at you and be like,
I think I'm good. Could you heal if person had arm taken off? Could you heal put back? Here's the thing. If I had a person in the sack,
looks back and forth.
I want to rip the arms off. But I
Why?
want to do it because it's fun. It's when you grip it up and then it's just like dangling and bleeding. It's fun. I want to do it again.
Oh, so you want me to
Mom!
put their arms back on so you can rip them off?
Right.
Rip them off again. Huh,
You see a slight
interesting.
rustle.
Well, you see, I have a counter proposal.
Ooh.
Mom!
Do you want me? Okay, so that's code for shoot now. Okay, I shoot.
All right, so we're going to do initiative in Forbidden Lands. That's done with drawing cards. So I'm going to draw mine. Here's yours, Drow. Give that one to Kat. And then give this one for yourself. What did you get, Kali?
I got a 4.
And then you got 2, right?
Yeah.
All right.
How far are we from the ogre? And do we have a map to do this on? Like a little chart map, like
Yeah, I'll put us on there.
cool beans.
And then you got a 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I shuffled these cards, but you think
It's not mathematically impossible for you to have shuffled them and we've gotten this order.
yeah, there's only 10. All right, cool. So let's go to the combat chart.
I hope we kill an ogre.
Without killing any of us. I'm hoping
Same as it ever was.
I'm
Same as
hoping
it
that the
was.
stealth attack helps. That's
All right.
why I went for that.
All right, so everyone is in what I'll call Zone 1, which is this area of the forest you're in. The ogre is obviously going to be arm's length of himself at all times. And you, both Dreamin and Cahoon are near, and Kali is in short distance. So you have to be an arm's length to melee, and then you can shoot basically from any distances just with penalties. The zone or the zones are like different areas or rooms basically for combats, and then the distances are arm's length, near, short, long, and distant. And that's how you keep track of how close everything is. We're not using a battle map. We're just using a little table to track who's close to who right now. All right, so let's go ahead and resolve this sneak attack. I assume you're going to use a slow action to fire.
Yes.
All right, so go ahead and make a shot at this.
So I'm going to use my marksmanship, and I get a gear modifier of +2 for my bow. Do I take any minuses for being at short distance?
No.
I don't-
-1. Near is the one that you don't get a
Okay.
-2.
So then I only have a modifier of 1 from my bow.
Basically, well, no, you roll both your bow. You want to do a -1 to your skill dice, I think, because bow can take. If you got Bane on the bow, it would like damage.
So
it.
I just put my agility, my marksmanship, my gear, and then a modifier of -1.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure we're doing this right.
Before
It's already been done. Why?
I was about to say you should check and see if any of your talents.
Yes, I should. I do want to ask, does the ogre appear to be wearing armor?
That's a good question. I don't think so.
I think I could see that from a short distance.
He doesn't have anything listed in his gear. He's just wearing like scraps of leather, like not even tanned leather, or fully tan leather.
Okay,
Well, I
so
mean,
he's
'cause
just wearing disgusting bits of flesh.
I could.
Basically, yeah.
I have an ability as Path of the Arrow in my talents that if this ogre had natural armor, I could spend a willpower point to avoid the protection.
Well, he does not have natural armor, nor does he have even regular armor.
Okay, and I'm just going to say for the listening audience, I have fast shooter, so I do not have to ready my bow.
Pretty cool. So you got a success on your roll, and you also got a bane, but it doesn't matter.
Yep.
So that's going to hit.
I am not pushing that roll, just hitting.
And I think your bow is it's a long bow, right?
It's a long bow.
Right. Ranged weapon. So that will do 1 point of damage.
Do I get any extra damage from being sneak attack, or is that not a mechanic?
You get to attack for free before combat, basically, quote,
Okay.
starts. So 1 point of damage. Cool. You see the arrow hit, and he's just like, oh shit. And now the fight's going to start. So next in the order is Dreaman. Go ahead and do your thing.
Dreamin is going to.
For those listening at home, Drow is offering their initiative card to Jacob because you can trade places with other players.
Here's the problem. We don't need to trade places until you get hurt. Then I need to heal you.
It's a fair point.
So what I'm going to do is can I ready my sling and then throw a sling or stone at him?
Yeah, sure.
Cool beans.
So just do a normal ranged attack. You are at near, so you do not take any penalties for the shooting range.
Good, because I don't have much in the way of combat
Do you have any marksman?
at all. Let's see if I have marksman. I have 0 marksman.
So it's just going to be a straight agility roll.
Yup.
Do you get a gear die?
Oh, I do get a gear die from the sling. 1, I do believe.
Well, there you go. So make me that attack roll.
Okay.
Hey, that's a success.
I could smack him with 1.
All right. So that'll be, I believe, 1 point of damage as well from the sling.
Yep.
All right, cool. All right, so you huck a stone at him and it hits him in the face, and he's just like,
Ow! This is not going how I thought it would. I thought you were a healer, not an ouchie.
Or I heal some, I hurt some. The world's a wonderful place.
Balancing all things, motherfucker.
all right, Cahoon, it is your turn.
So I spent 2 will power points
Uh-huh.
in making this guy my prey, so I get a +1 twice. What exactly does that entail?
All of your attacks against your prey get a +1 bonus per willpower point spent. So whenever you roll melee to attack, you'll get a +2 adjustment. So that basically affects your, quote, skill die.
Whenever you roll to attack, you just add 2 to the modifier.
Yeah. You know how to do that on Foundry?
So this would be strength, and I would add 2 more to strength.
It would be melee.
Modifier.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you actually click on melee, it'll set it up for you.
Yeah, I hit the dagger.
Even better. So you get your gear die in there.
There we go.
Wait, you can do that?
Yep.
Do you have any talents that increase this?
No.
All right, so
But I
that
hit
is
him.
one success. So that means you get to do 1 point of damage to him as well. You slash out at him, and it's just like,
You all are hurting me so much, and I haven't got to act yet.
Well, that's
Now
about to be
comes the
solved.
time.
Oh boy.
all right, well,
Brace yourself, Cahoon.
No, I gotta move.
Oh.
well, yeah, you had to move
Oh
up
yeah,
to
you
him.
had to move up to him.
Yeah. So I'll put you there at arm's length.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
All right, so before he can act, because of the whole surprise thing, Kali gets to go.
Kali is going
yeah.
to move. She's going to use her. Which is it? Is it a slow action to move, or is it a fast action?
Fast action, I believe.
I want to move to near,
Okay.
which means I could get in 1 movement again to Cahoon if needed. Correct?
Correct.
And then I'm going to shoot my bow because I want to do as much damage to this ogre as possible before the ogre can act.
All right, go ahead and make me that attack roll. So you
And I am near, so I don't take any minuses.
Nope. Full on roll.
And then I got 3 successes, no bane.
So I believe that's extra damage on top of what you already do, right?
It's like,
3 damage.
don't
It
hurt
says right there.
my friend.
Dang. All right. So you just like jump up from your, surprise attack position. You let loose an arrow and you move deftly through the forest up near Dreamman and unleash another arrow. And it hurts. In fact, it hurts so much that this ogre is now broken.
That's my mom.
Oh no, I ain't so much of it.
It's like, don't hurt my friend, but you should know in the back of her mind, don't hurt my son.
He is unconscious at least.
I have to roll a critical injury.
Well, fair.
This is not a monster.
This was a good time to do extra damage.
This isn't a monster?
It is not a monster.
Can I play an ogre?
No.
I really
This
like
would
that
be
we
a
skipped
stab
the
wound.
whole finding part of the found family trope.
Yeah, it just starts off like that.
So you have impaled his shoulder. Like this is just like, let's say 2 arrows just like jabbed in his shoulder, and it's going to be hard for him to like
I
use
could
that
have done
arm.
like the straight up Lord of the Rings style double arrow.
He is down and out. He is unconscious, and you guys are out of combat.
Hello there. In the bag. Are you okay?
I'm just gonna start like ruffling into it.
Careful, Cahoon. We don't know what they might have.
Hopefully not more fleas.
Oh, I'm sure you have more than they do.
We did save their lives.
More friends.
You just hear like,
I'm gonna open up the bag, but before they can stick their head out, I'm gonna stick my head in and go, "Hello, I'm Cahoon."
Cahoon, I think you're scaring the poor fellow. Just back up some.
I'm just saying hi.
I know.
Let them out.
I will pull the bag off of them. Or them
right.
out I'll empty the bag.
out from the bag, you see a very unfortunate soul pour onto the ground. It is a like middle-aged man, and he is dressed in a little bit of armor. You see the symbol of the god Rust on his armor. And you would identify this man as a Rust brother.
Uh-oh.
Rust brothers are like, they worship the god Rust, and they notoriously, during the Blood Mist, they claimed that they could move through it, and like you would see Rust brothers go from village to village. They kind of enforced their view of Rust's will on people, and are known for being kind of, would you say, like tyrannical, violent, not nice people normally, but they do wield a lot of power, and people are afraid of them.
Dreamin' is perfectly cordial. Oh, hello there, good. So he'll unmuffle him and start working to untie him.
You unmuffle him, take the gag off from his mouth, and like he doesn't have a helmet on or anything. And you've known this about some Rust brothers that you've encountered before. He has like snake scales going up from his neck to the bottom of his face.
Oh, how did you find yourself in such a difficult predicament, sir?
Damn ogre ambushed us when we made camp. Failed our scouting roll.
I did that too. It happens to the best of us.
It's really shitty.
It is.
Yes, not all of us can be as good at scouting as I am.
You're awesome, Dad.
Oh, thank you, Cahoon. You're awesome as well.
Thank you.
Well, is your camp nearby?
I have no idea. I've been in that sack for at least a day, if not 2. Hard to remember how long time has passed because I keep getting knocked out when he punches the bag.
Well, that's a bit rough, isn't it?
It's very rough.
You looked really silly in that bag.
Did you untie his like arms?
I'm working my way that way.
Okay.
Maybe slowly.
Slowly. You should know, DM, that the dark secret that I have has been altered to more reflect my backstory.
Okay.
It does not involve the Rust brothers anymore.
Mine
Okay.
still does.
Oh boy.
I have not put it on my character sheet because I forgot to before we started, but they do not reflect my backstory anymore. But I'm assuming he doesn't know you other guys' secrets. He has no qualms with the Rust brothers personally. no personal experience with them. So he'll eyeball you guys because it is a Rust brother and they are sketchy, and he's going to mime taking the guy's untying the guy's hands from behind him.
Can I look at your scales?
Okay. I
He's
can't
just
really stop you.
He's a curious young man.
Oh, okay.
Also, I think that he knocked some loose.
Oh. I wouldn't be surprised. He's beaten me quite brutally and laughed about it a lot.
Kali is going to be silent because she doesn't know what to say, but she's going to act as if she's keeping watch for another ogre.
I see. Okay.
Just in case. Like bow at the ready, but not like pointing it at him, like head on a swivel type, just in case there's more.
Okay.
You said this man is wearing armor. Does he have weapons?
It does not look like he has any weapons. The ogre probably removed him from the weapons or removed the weapons from him, either or.
Yes, Cahoon.
I think that this rib is broken.
The rib is broken.
Probably.
Do you think I should take care of that?
I don't know.
What's
think
the
you
Rust
can?
brothers say?
What is?
I'd like you to take care of it.
Well, I only have limited supplies, so I was making sure I always talk things through with my allies, you know?
Oh, and I might die when I cast a spell.
You muttered something right there at the end. What was it?
I mean, do you want to? I forget what I said.
Oh,
The thing is, he'll probably be able to live with whatever damage he's accrued.
yeah.
You should just say, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I've used up all of my healing."
Yes, it does appear that I have used a majority of my supplies. It looks like you'll live, though. You may have some things broken, but you're a young man. You're healthy. You'll be fine.
Okay.
I'm really glad that you got out of that bag. I'm sorry that I stuck my face in.
He will untie his hands.
All right. He does seem like capable of being on his feet, but yeah, he's in a bad way.
Thank you. I need to make my way back to my brotherhood. Where are you headed?
Oh, well, honestly, we're just exploring the area. We're adventurers, so we're just trying to move around and see what we can find.
I was
I
on a
see.
hunt.
I see.
We were still on a hunt right up until we killed that ogre.
Where did you come from?
Oh, we came from the north. I think the last place we stopped was, Boulder's, pardon my old mind.
Boulder Post. I've had ales at the
Boulder's
Rumping
Post.
Eagle.
That's right, the Rumping Eagle.
Fantastic name. The most clever name I've ever seen for it.
Absolutely super smart, clever name. Yes.
Okay, well, maybe I'll
You
head
are a
back that
fellow
way.
of taste, aren't you?
How far back is it? Where could you point me in the right direction?
If I were to quantify it in, I don't know, hexes, I'd say it was about... can I see the map?
Could we
Yeah, let me put you back
could
on
say
the
how many
Rhythm
days
Land map.
journey it would be? Try to sound a little bit more formal.
No, I remember. It's about...
3-4 days.
10, 20, 30, 40, about 50 kilometers northward.
Ah, I see.
Oh, thank you. I'll go there and
Follow
terrorize it a
the-
little bit.
And Kali finally speaks up. Follow the river.
Okay. And he says, thank you.
You should try that piglet.
I'm indebted to you. I'll go-
What's your name, good sir?
My name... Hold on. I actually have this ready. My name is Brother Okar. Or, excuse me, Brother Oker.
How would you spell that?
O-K-E-R.
Alrighty.
Can I interest you in any pamphlets about Rust?
I'll gladly
Rust
take
Brothers.
a pamphlet to read.
And somehow, out of some pocket in his armor,
pamphlet.
he produces both a chick track for the god Rust, and a recruitment thing, a printed color recruitment paper for the Rust Brothers, and it's just got a guy with a helmet and 6 arms holding a sword. Be like, do you want to walk through the blood mist? Join the Rust Brothers.
Oh, no.
It's 6 years old.
It seems you need to update your pamphlets.
Yeah, the marketing's not as good as it used to be.
Yes, that's a shame, but thank you. He'll stick it in his bag.
All right.
I would like to read the chick track, Dad.
Do what?
I want to read the thing.
Oh, here you go,
I have
Cahoon.
more.
like a whole bunch more.
Does he just keep like a whole little pouch of them?
I'm kind of new, and so like my job has been spreading the teachings of Rust and just like terrorizing people who can't fight back. So the ochre was a real like took us.
Oh, I understand. Yes, we must terrorize those people who can't fight back. Let the strength live, right?
Praise Rust.
Pray, yes. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't looked at the pamphlets.
Sir, if you wish to reach Boulder Post anytime soon, you may wish to get moving.
I'll do that. Thank you. Thank you so much for your help. Rust bless you. And he heads off.
Farewell. Goodbye.
I was trying to tactfully say, hey, go away.
As he gets, far away. I don't like that man.
His name was Okar.
It was Brother Ochre.
Brother Ochre.
Okay.
I don't like that man, but having people indebted to us, no matter who they are, can be handy.
Indeed.
So, Cahoon looks at you. He nods. He looks at Kali. He nods. He looks off into the distance, and then he throws up.
Did you eat the pamphlets?
No.
Oh, okay.
You do realize reading does not mean eating.
No. It's stress. I'm fine.
Do you not have a good history with the Rust brothers?
Start walking.
Well, alrighty then.
And Kali just kind of sighs. I too am glad he is gone.
Alrighty. So that was, I believe, that was your morning moving into this quarter hex. It is now the daytime quarter day. You were only able to move 1 hex because of moving out of the mountains. What do you want to do? You're in the forest. I know you mentioned foraging.
Yes.
Is that something you want to do?
Yes, very much so. I want to forage for water.
All right.
And while she forages for water, I figured I'd try my hand at hunting.
All right. Is anyone helping anyone?
Yes.
Can
I'll
Kali
help.
just kind of like send a signal and just kind of like do that head tilt thing? Because she very much wants to keep Dreamin' safe.
Yeah, I'll head out with him.
She's like, she believes Cahoon could take care of themselves, but Dreamin'.
Oh boy, I haven't been hunting since we joined up together.
So, are we doing survival?
Yeah. Well, who wants to make the roll and who wants to help?
I do what? You have 3 total. I have 3 wits and 2 survival.
Okay, then I'll help you.
All right, so I'll roll that for
Wait, do you have a means to catch this prey?
as long as it's not trap.
You can hit it with a ranged weapon.
I have a sling.
Oh, okay, I forgot.
Yeah.
I will roll.
So go ahead and roll. All right.
Success.
So you're able to find 1 prey. Let's go roll for what that is.
The big challenge is going to be
How
hitting it
exciting.
with marksmanship.
Could I try to hit it?
I think
Do you
it
have a ranged weapon?
has to be me because I did the survival roll. I hesitantly say.
You find a deer.
Oh,
Could I chase it?
No difficulty adjustment.
could you chase?
Yeah. Could I make this shit my prey and chase
I think
it?
we went through this when we first tried this game. You have to use a ranged attack for hunting prey, I
It
believe.
says weapon.
Unless you have a trap.
It says weapon.
Looking at the sheet. My cheat sheet says marksmanship weapon or survival trap.
Yeah, if you use weapon, it has to be marksmanship, which implies ranged weapon.
Could I use your sling? My marksmanship is 0, but I have a 5 agility.
Could she? That's up to you.
Cahoon could use it, yeah.
Absolutely. Here, he'll hand you the sling.
And that would be a plus to the gear?
+1 gear
Plus
die.
1 gear.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
All right, success. You're able to kill the deer.
Can we just stop and
so
note?
I rolled
it.
a success, which is all that I needed. However, out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, out of 6 die, I rolled 4 banes.
One of them was also in the gear, so it could bust the
Yeah.
sling up as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Don't push it.
Yeah, I'm not going to push it.
Success is enough.
So you
Yeah.
find I'm imagining jump in if you see it differently, but like I'm imagining like Dream and Cahoon, working together. They spot a deer, and Dreamin's just like, I don't know if I could get it, and then Cahoon's just like, I got it. Does the sling, and then just, and you see this like rock fly through the forest, like hitting leaves, and like just clocks the deer in the head, and doesn't move anymore. Except it's like
Fuck you.
leg twitches just a little bit.
Good shot, Cahoon. He gives him a rub on the head.
All right, so you get 5 units of meat, which is enough to eat for the day tomorrow. I believe you already rolled your resource die for the day.
And I will add in some raw materials.
3 pelt. Now those do have a weight to them, so you gotta
Yeah.
figure out who's gonna carry it.
So does the meat, I do believe.
Yes, I believe you're right.
So I'll take the pelt. How about that? If you want to take the meat, because I can use the pelt, and I have enough to carry it right now.
Let me see just how much I can carry. Right now, I'm only at 4.5 out of 8.
Same.
How do you guys have
Hey.
so much carry weight?
It's
You upped your strength?
I bumped down my wits, upped my strength
Okay.
for crafting.
Yeah. I will take the meat then.
All right.
All right. So you guys are able to get your deer and you bring it back to your like place that I don't know if you're making camp, but just like where you're meeting back up. Kat, why don't we have Kali go ahead and roll the survival check to forage?
6 die.
We're in the forest. You get +1.
Yeah, go ahead and if you want to roll a physical one, grab it.
Here, I'll just really quick.
Roll a d6.
Yeah, roll a d6.
What here? Here, roll this.
I got it.
Oh.
6.
Oh, wait.
Nice.
So that would be a success.
Single success. All right. So you're able to forage, and you were looking for water specifically?
Yes.
All right, I believe the ruling on that, I'll double check, is everyone takes their water resource die up to a D12, because if you find a source of water, you
Yeah,
can
it
fill
just
up everyone's.
says success means you find enough drinkable water for everyone in your group to fill their water skins.
All right, so go ahead and take your water skins to a D12. Yes, Drow.
Oh, glad.
So I am at 8.5 out of 8 right now. Am I going to be able to take this back to camp?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a big
It's only
deal.
if I like trek, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Well, being encumbered.
Yeah.
You have to make a roll, basically.
I think it's endurance.
Yeah, an endurance check. But you're not hiking right now, so
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about that.
Ooh, a D12.
All right, everyone got that set?
Yeah.
Oh, today I'll have to roll for my arrows tonight, won't I?
Correct. Because you used them today. So let's go ahead and figure out that's the daytime quarter day. It is now evening.
Oh, don't everyone forget to up your water.
Yeah.
Yeah, is everyone that got that done?
Yep.
All right, it's now evening.
Suppose I'll make camp.
And it is, I believe it's dark because it's springtime.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so you're going to go make camp. People can help. I know last time we did a thing where one person slept during this quarter day. Are we doing that again or not?
Do you want me to try and sleep because I have decent enough strength?
It's endurance, right?
Yeah. Endurance uses strength.
You have better strength than me if
I
you would
have a
like to
4.
try. I have a strength of 3.
Okay, yeah, I can try.
And you have a blanket. Wouldn't you get a plus? I thought
Let
it
me
would be a
see.
gear bonus.
I'll give you a gear bonus for your blanket.
I think it actually does mechanically give a bonus.
Well, it depends on if it's a flavor blanket or a blanket.
I actually do have the
Yeah.
object.
Okay, then
Yeah.
yeah, that's a bonus. Oh yeah.
Well, I succeeded.
All right, so it's possibly on the ground. Well, that's for the cold. I need you to make a survival roll.
Survival? Okay.
Yeah, to find a spot to sleep. I'll let you have your gear roll to that as well. Is survival the same thing for you? No, it's not. So let's die.
Oof.
I
All
can't.
right. So you become sleepy, but you don't become cold. So you're sleepy. It is now time to do the making camp. So Dreamman, can you give
Can
me
I
your...
assist?
Yes. So there'll be a +1 to your roll. It is dark, though.
Ah, my bad.
We'll just call it. You got 2 successes.
I got 3.
3?
Yeah,
I'll
3.
I'll just let it go for now.
Do you even need my help?
It would have only been like a minus.
One.
No,
Minus 2. Well, minus 1 for me.
Yeah.
You said because part of it would be making the fire, but the other parts I could do by the firelight.
Yeah, so I was only going to do -1 because there's no written rule, so it doesn't matter.
Worst case scenario, you'd remove one of the 6s, and Jacob would still have succeeded, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm okay with that. You super succeed. You make a great camp. It is now night. I know you two are sleeping. Cahoon, you have the sleepy condition, which you can get rid of by sleeping. Do you want to just sleep instead of keeping watch?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had a nightmare.
And I need to roll for my arrows.
Go ahead, roll your resource die for that, please.
Cahoon
Okay.
is so baby.
He's so baby.
Cahoon is baby. That is a D10. I rolled a 10. I do not lose arrows. I must have been able to recollect everything I shot.
Good for
All right.
you.
Or you just didn't end up using that many out of your stash, you know?
Should I unclick the sleepy condition?
Yes, you can go ahead and unclick that, and you sleep through the night. It is now morning.
Oh, so nothing happens.
Nothing
Wake up in the
happens.
morning and Dreamin will look over
And I
at
got back
Cahoon.
my agility damage.
Yep.
Cahoon, time to wake up.
I didn't catch the rabbits.
That's fine. We have meat.
That's too bad, darling.
All right. So it is now, I think it's like your 3rd day journeying, trying to find it. If you're looking to hike again, you see mountain. Let me ping this for you. You see more mountains in this hex. I know it's like half plains, but there are mountains in it. I can't just reveal it. You'd see it as your players, though. So your only real option to keep sticking to this mountain range to go around would be going to the northwest.
And as for our resource die, are we rolling those morning or night now?
You don't have to roll your food resource die because if you eat 3 units of meat, which you got from the deer, but you will have to roll your water die.
Okay. And we all have a D12 now.
Yeah, so go ahead and get those rolls done, the water die. And then just make sure you got how much meat? It was like 5.
I lost water.
All right, so mark it down to a D10. I think the cat just clicked on the roll
Oh,
instead
I
of doing it in
accidentally
chat.
used a dice roller online. But, I mean, if you want me to roll again,
No,
I'll
it's
take
fine. So take yours down to a D10. Everyone else is good.
I drank a lot. I was thirsty.
Okay, I'm gonna
And
get
make sure
rid
you
of some
take
of the meat then.
the meat down to 2 left,
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, that means you won't be as over encumbered, right?
Yeah.
But you might have to get rid of it anyway because it'll spoil by the end of the day.
Okay.
So you could just drop it if you want.
I'm gonna bury it in the ground.
Okay. All right. So who wants to hike and lead the way?
I will lead the way.
Go ahead and do it.
Unless I got incapacitated, I don't see any reason for me not to lead the way.
That is a fair point.
I'll aid Dreamin in scouting.
Okay.
Awesome.
With my 7 dice to
I
lead
don't
the
think
way.
we can aid in scouting. I think we just both roll it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got
That's
a
right.
success.
All right. So you're able to navigate. Let me go reveal the next hex. Get the scouting rolls, please. All right. So you move, and then you see a gap to the southwest and south, and I'm going to assume that's where you're going to go. The gap in the mountains.
Yes, please.
Yes.
And with your successful scouting roll, it is now the daytime quarter day. You see, and you're now in the plains again. You've left the forest as you come out here. You see a like smoke coming from what looks like a campsite in the distance. Do you approach?
I would like to visit this campsite if we don't mind.
Can we attempt to be
I'll
stealthy?
say hi.
You can be stealthy.
Yes.
I'm not very good.
You would
at
have to make a group stealth roll, which is whoever has the worst stealth, they would roll.
Unless you guys want to stay back while I go ahead.
I'll go with you, Cahoon. Just in case.
What are your different stealth bonuses or rolls?
My stealth is 2 with my agility of 4.
I have an agility of 5 and a stealth of 3.
I have an agility of 3, and that's it.
Okay, so it's you.
Last time it worked out really nicely to have someone lying in wait.
Okay.
That might be a bit of a standard for me until it fails.
Do you want to do the same thing where you stealth and they just like walk on up, or how do we want to
Why
do
not,
this?
right?
Right.
All right, so go ahead and make me a stealth roll.
Worst comes to worst, I just am really loud coming up there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and I don't get any bonus. Do I get any bonuses or any modifiers to decrease it?
No, just flat. Let's
Okay.
do it flat.
I neither succeed nor fail. I'm going to push that. I have one success and one bane, so I take a damage to my agility.
So you're trying really hard because it's hard out here in the open plains to like stealth.
I probably like army crawling. I poke my eye on a bush. Ow! But I managed to stay hidden.
The sweet sounds of stealth.
So you're sneaking through these open plains. You like maybe twist your ankle in like a hole in the ground in the plains or something like that, right? Just destroy yourself. No, but you take some agility damage.
Rip her leg off.
What?
Just rip her leg off.
Rip your leg off like an ochre. And you are able to keep a low profile. And you're pretty confident about it. Cahoon and Dreamin', you're just walking up to this campsite. You walk on up and like you don't hear anyone. You don't hear like a conversation or anything, and then you like walk through like taller grass and you see this clearing and there's a campsite and there's a man on the ground. And we'll figure out what's going on in the next episode.
Oh, you.
Sorry, that's just how it is.
Oh my god.
That's it for now.
I'm wounded, Derek.
I think this man is wounded.
Could be. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Third Gallon Podcast. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing, rating, and reviewing us. If you want to see more from us, check out our website, thirdgallon.com, or follow us on Twitter. We are @thirdgallon, that's THIRD Gallon. You can also tweet at us using the hashtag #thirdgallon, and we are on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and Tumblr with the same handle, @thirdgallon. We also publish a video version of this podcast on YouTube and Twitch. Our YouTube channel is called The Third Gallon, and our Twitch channel is @thirdgallon. Our ambience for this episode was composed by Michael Ghelfi, and you can find more of his work at youtube.com/Michael Ghelfi Music, and you can support his awesome work at patreon.com/Michael Ghelfi. Our theme music for this season was composed by Alexander Nakarada. You can find more of his work at serpentsoundstudios.com and support him at patreon.com/anakarada. That's patreon.com/ANAKARADA. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.